Obuswe Mamo Akwaba Edaba TRK Multimedia. My name is Ata Bafo Jamra. You can always call me the Royal King. Today, Shabo, we are going to talk about some players, Ghanaian players in MLS. Now, there has been speculation on social media recently. I was listening to one sports journalist, and he made a comment that I was shocked. Honestly, I was really, really shocked. They were talking about the current Black Star players that need to be, we need to build the Black Stars around them, which is very good. You made mention of Mohamed Kudus, you made mention of Enes Nyama, Kamadin Sulemana, and those young chaps. But somebody mentioned the name of Jose Pinto, and this journalist was bold enough to chuckle. Say, you're a player. What? How can you? Why? His argument is based on the fact that Jose Pinto has moved from Belgian Jupiter League to MLS, and it's unfortunate he moved to that side because what is MLS? Mr. Ed Akwaba. Yo, Mr. Ed, you've been following MLS for quite some time now. I mean, for a long time. You in particular, you are MLS champion. You know all the team, you know all the players, especially the Ghanaian players who plays there. You introduced me to that side. When it comes to a topic of this magnitude, you are the best person I think I have to talk to. Do you think that MLS league, it's feeble to the extent that Ghanaians should not even respect MLS, to the extent the fact that the journalist chuckled and said, MLS team Sudie.
Okay. King, I first of all thank you for the opportunity, and I want to say hello to your viewers and listeners.
Okay.
What you were saying right now, you just mentioned, you said a Ghanaian journalist.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, honestly speaking, I could just point out one or two people who are called journalists in Ghana. I don't want to mention names.
No, don't mention names. Yeah.
But there are people I really call journalists. They do a very good job.
Okay.
At analysis. All those people who sit on radio on a daily basis, they are trying. They have some knowledge. They have some knowledge of the game, but they are just pundits.
Okay.
And in Ghana, there's so much sensationalism. So when somebody knows one or two things, they go like, "Oh, this guy is and everybody who sits on TV or on radio call him or herself maybe a journalist. So I never heard that comment, but for the person to chuckle, that means they have
no respect.
Exactly.
I do have respect for MLS teams.
But you see, the problem is that I don't blame them because they don't have information. Now we live in North America. North America, we are Ghanaians are ahead of us sometimes 5 hours, sometimes 4 hours, right? And the time that they play the games, Ghanaians will probably be sleeping.
Yeah.
And these people who call themselves journalists and pundits, they don't take the pen. In fact, they don't even have access to some of the games. Okay, they would rather want to watch European football as compared to maybe North America or even the Liga MX, the Mexican league.
But I can tell you, I even wonder if Ghanaians will bet on MLS teams. They don't.
Because you see, you only. I don't know. I'm not a bet person, but I think you only bet on teams that you know about.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about English Premier League, Manchester United, because that's the most popular.
La Liga.
They know La Liga. It's quite popular. They know
Bundesliga. Yeah.
Even Bundesliga, they don't even follow it that much.
Yeah.
It's EPL. It's La Liga. They probably want to watch maybe French League. That's it.
Italians, you are already as
even those ones, they pick and choose which teams they want to watch their games.
Okay.
You get it. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them. I'll probably say they just lack that knowledge about the MLS. Look, I've been following this MLS league for more than over 10 years now.
Okay.
Since they started. Okay. And at a point, they were like, oh, this is a league for people who want to retire after they play their game.
That is how it started.
Now, somebody retires and goes to play in the MLS.
Okay.
What did they bring? What did they bring to the league? They bring some form of experience and some clout to it. Now, these journalists who are sitting there chuckling and actually downplaying the MLS players playing the MLS, they are the same people who will say, "Oh, we need to have players from the Ghana Premier League in the Black Star. We need to have players in it." Yeah. So, are you trying to tell me that if you are calling for players from the Ghana Premier League to be in the Black Stars, you cannot call a player who plays in the MLS League?
Yeah, someone asked this particular question, and journalist goes like, because they want to market for market purpose, not that they have any quality. I mean, I don't know why he made such an argument, and I don't want to mention his name anyway. But I don't know why they made such an argument. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, for the purpose of this podcast or for the purpose of this discussion, you probably may not mention the name. That's fine. But maybe after you probably get a person, and maybe that person needs some level of education, because look, these people sitting on TV and radio, they have some form of influence on the Ghanaian football fans. They do.
Yeah.
They do. There are a lot of them, they do. Sometimes when I listen to the analysis, I just shake my head, go like, these guys, they don't know what they're talking about. Now let me break that move down to you. I'm not Joseph Pente's agent.
Okay.
I'm not related to any of his team or whatever, and I'm not doing PR for anybody.
Okay.
But based on analysis and based on what has happened, I'm making this submission based on what has happened in the past as far as MLS and European teams are concerned. Okay. Now listen, European teams naturally, when they open the transfer market, let's say there's this player in the Belgian league, okay, who is Jose Pinto, a team like maybe Manchester City, one team. If they go to Club Brugge or his team or whoever he plays for, any European club that he or he may be playing for,
okay,
the price tag that they will put on him might be too much for a team in England or maybe a team in Spain to actually buy, because they have caps in place. You cannot spend up to a certain amount. Recently, you heard of what is happening in Barcelona. Before they can buy a player, they have to sell certain players so that they can balance their sheet. That is something that most people, most analysts, well, some know, but most of them don't have the idea what goes into it.
Okay.
Now, let's use Alphonso Davies as an example. He is a typical example.
Okay.
Alphonso Davies, all the way from the their friends, they can't pay
yeah,
comes to Canada, rise through the ranks, the youth teams of his high school to his college to Vancouver Whitecaps. 2 seasons. What was his value? His value was less than $1 million. Bayern Munich actually got him for chicken change. But then Vancouver made good money in according to their standard, they made good money. Now, Alfonso, after 2 or 3 seasons in Bayern Munich, moving to Real Madrid, which is almost done. Go and check the figure. Do you get it?
Yeah.
From an MLS league, which Ghanaians don't regard, okay, to Bayern Munich, then now to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
Can you quantify? I mean, Ofo said Real Madrid, Sebi, they don't know what they are doing, that they went for Alphonso Davies. He's one of the best left back or left wing back in the world.
Right now, yeah.
Do you get it? So that move from Genk to LA Galaxy, it was not a fluke. Besides, he was signed as a designated player. How many Ghanaian sports pundits know what a designated player is?
I even don't know unless you educate me.
Designated player. Yeah. There's this Italian, Lorenzo Insigne.
Yeah.
He has played at the highest level. He's now plays at Toronto SC. Benedeschi, another Italian legend. He plays at TFC. They have quota for designated players. You can sign high-profile players, but you can't sign up to a certain number.
So Jose Pinto was signed as a high-profile player.
He's a high-profile player. I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ! So he's ranked in the level of Messi. You know, Alfonso. What do you call it?
He was signed as a designated player to LA Galaxy. That is why he walked straight into the starting lineup. Mark it somewhere. The way he started after a season or two, that is where the big move to any of these top European clubs will come. So they don't understand, but I don't fault them, because like I was saying earlier on, they are not privy to the game. If you watch the MLS, look, I can sit down and then Saturday, I will step out briefly. When it's like 2 or 3 o'clock, I sit down and I watch all the game back to back. Very exciting football.
Mr. Ed, I don't mean to cut you here. Recently, U.S. men's Olympics national team, the soccer team, they played against France. The match was very entertaining. And I picked up one particular player in the U.S. men's national team. He's their goalkeeper. I don't know whether he's the number 1 or number 2. He plays with the Colombo Crew. His name is Patrick Timothy Schulte. Patrick Timothy Schulte. Man, this guy was the pillar and the blockade to the French goals. I mean, the pool of goals. I checked the U.S. national team. Most of their players play in MLS. And the way they played and the way this goalkeeper kept the post, I just asked myself one question. So if MLS are to participate in any European competition like UEFA Champions League or European Champions League, Europa League, what do you think would be the fate of these MLS teams?
You see, it goes. I'll go back to that same point. What do you think the Europeans like who always want to come to the MLS to play? It's not because they're ending their career. When the European season, now the MLS season has just started not long ago. The European season is going to an end. Sometimes when the European season ends, players of top European clubs,
they come to play like part-time.
Who never got playing time in there for the whole season,
they come to MLS. I've heard it before.
You get it?
Yeah.
There is something fundamental the Americans are doing. The food, American chicken in trouble.
Here, Mr. Ed, my analysis is being true. When I went to China, that time that I went to China, the Chinese government opened, they allowed anybody to come in and teach English. All African countries, from Zambia, Ghana, America, Australia, India, anybody who knows English to come and teach English. We didn't understand. We thought that they were, you know. But after a few years, they blocked everybody. Now there is no teaching job for foreigners in US again, in China again. They are taking over. So Americans knows what they are doing. The reason why they allow all these old players and all these players to come in.
If Ghanaian pundits, so-called journalists, as you call them, if they will take their time to research and follow the American model, I'm sure you know why? Look, I know this guy who played for Kotoko. He's a top coach in Ghana, in US right now. He has academies. He's actually training under 17s and the 16s. Top-notch coach. He played for Kotoko. But because of injuries near the identity,
he ended his career.
Yeah, we need you. My thing is, this is where the pundits need to go and look at these people and what they are doing. Painter's move to the MLS for me is the best decision ever.
I wanted to ask you that question. Why do you think it's the best for him to move to MLS? We are going to end here, so let's end here with this question.
Look, the Jupiler League, in a womb. There is no way currently you can compare the Jupiler League to MLS. To me, yes, sir. Who come back at so MLS there? Relegation. It's their model. They have supporter show. They have MLS Cup. They have US Open. Look, now in North America, even the Mexican League. The Mexican, if you watch the Mexican League, and now MLS is attracting talent all across Europe, Africa, Mexico, South America. The Argentines playing. Uruguay for Gum. Luis Suarez Mobumbo. Over someone retired.
They will say that they are ending their career. That's why they are there.
Them playing in the MLS, no. Young guys be I don't know if you know this guy called Ricardo Pepi. US boy be striker. Charlie and Americano. I really will. I will not fault them. Because paint to move in here, wrong move. Now now people go and play football in India. India.
What can India? But can be as it's ahead. Let's end here. So you wrap up your argument and let's end this part.
It's not for me. It's not a downgrade. I think Pinter's move to MLS is really good because now that league is very, very competitive. You play some exciting football.
Okay.
You watch the likes of Eli Galazi. You like, there was this Ghanaian boy that nobody was looking. Latif Blessing. The guy was a baller. He was playing weak.
That's why he became angry when Black Star didn't invite him.
Exactly, because the guy was playing weak. He played under Bob Bradley. Latif, I think Latif actually at the point I think he moved to Toronto FC also. I don't know whether
he moved to Toronto FC.
Now Toronto FC have a new coach, Headman, Canada for former coach. Look, these are players who are playing. Jonathan Osorio Dems, Josie Altido, they all played in the MLS. Can you compare? Altido was in his prime. Striker bang.
He was always worrying Ghanaians.
Josie Altido and they all developed. Right now, MLS is one of the best leagues in the world. No two ways about that.
Okay.
And you cry better than Ghana Premier League. So if a league is better than Ghana Premier League, why would you downplay a player moving to that league?
Yeah. All right, Mr. Head, thank you so much. I can see the tension is really, really high. You've been very emotional because you love MLS and you've been following this league and you know the quality of the league.
Understand? They don't see. And Americano, they are just pundits.
Yeah.
For all of us, will probably be pundits. But then, if people are following you, if people are listening to you, I don't think you'll come and sit here or you turn on your camera and do an analysis and I say something. Okay. You get it?
All right.
First of all, now they have, I think Cincinnati, one of those teams. Accra House of Folk. They are having partnerships
with MLS team.
Almighty Manchester City. They have partnership. Now, let me bust your bubble. Canadians started their league recently. Canadian Soccer League. What the teams are doing, they have feeder teams. Atletico Madrid. They have what we call Atletico Ottawa. All their players now training them from youth side now. Youth side now, rising through the ranks of senior teams.
Okay.
Those playing time, they ship all of them to Atletico Ottawa. They play regular, give them playing time. Why do you think that a whole Atletico Madrid will do that? Any Atletico Madrid play almost all the top European teams, they have links, they have linked up. So just say, guy, Mami Kasama Manusi, and Espirama, who move from Northern, Obo Timbe, Leon Meboa.
Leon, yeah.
But you know, it's not the team no Bonankasa, and Leon Oku. He's on Leon on loan from his team, the parent team of Leon. It's business. It has to do with playing time. It has to do with profile, and it has to do with the league that you are playing. So nobody should sit in Ghana, or nobody should let to actually convince you. So, Jose Penti move no your call. Your friends MLS na wrong. And now,
Okay.
do you want to be successful more than him?
All right, Mr. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your time for watching us. I believe you also have a lot of comments that you can drop at the comments section. I remember that it's Vasca Freelancers who sponsored us or supported us to bring this discussion to you. My guest for today was Mr. Ed. Yeah, he's a Canada-based soccer analyst, and he's been a very good friend of mine. And my name is Atta Bafo Jamra. You can always call me the Royakin. Until we meet another time, you say enjoy the rest of your time. Bye-bye.